In this video, we're going to learn how to use noun plus shika nai in Japanese. Let's start with a simple sentence. We have two cakes. ケーキが2つあります。Now, if you have to share the cakes with 5 people, 2 might not be enough. So you would want to say, we have only 2 cakes. In that case, we add shika after the quantity and use a negative form. So we have only 2 cakes is ケーキが2つしかありません。ケーキが2つしかありません。Here, notice that the English translation says we have, but the Japanese sentence uses a negative form. We do not have. This might feel confusing, but shika always uses a negative form. That's because shika points to the quantity and says we don't have much, only this much. Let's look at another example. If you slept for 5 hours, you would say 5時間寝ました. But if you feel that 5 hours is not enough, you would say I slept only for 5 hours. 5時間しか寝ませんでした。5時間しか寝ませんでした。Please note that in many contexts, shika sounds like the amount is not enough because shika emphasizes how small the amount is. But it's also fine to use it in positive contexts. For example, it takes 5 minutes to the station is 駅まで5分かかります。But if you feel 5 minutes is less than you expected, or you think it's only 5 minutes, you would say 駅まで5分しかかかりません。駅まで5分しかかかりません。So far, we've learned how to use shika after quantities to emphasize that the amount is small. We can also use shika after a noun to show that something is limited to that noun. For example, I watch anime is アニメを見ます. But if you watch only anime, you can say アニメしか見ません。アニメしか見ません。In this case, shika points to that noun and says, I do not watch other things. I only watch this. Also notice that shika replaces the o particle. Let's say someone asks, who came to the party? And you want to say, Shiro came. Shiroが来ました. Or, Shiroは来ました. But if you expected more people, you would say, only Shiro came. Shiro しか来ませんでした。Shiro しか来ませんでした。Here, notice that shika replaces both ga and wa. However, shika does not replace other particles. For example, I will go to Tokyo is 東京に行きます. So I will go only to Tokyo is 東京にしか行きません。東京にしか行きません。Here we keep the ni particle, which works as to. It has a meaning, so we need to keep it. Let's say there's something that is sold only at this store. First, can you say, we can buy this at this store? これはこのお店で買えます。これはこのお店で買えます。Now, how would you say, we can buy this only at this store? これはこのお店でしか買えません。これはこのお店でしか買えません。Again, we keep that de particle, which works as at. Let's look at natural conversation example. ここはツアーでしか入れない場所ですよ。いっぱい写真を撮ってください。あれ？どうしたんですか？スマホの充電が 5% しかないんです。昨日の夜充電しなかったんですか？コンセントが一つしかなかったので、パソコンしか充電できなかったんです。モバイルバッテリーあるので使っていいですよ。